Hi everyone, welcome back. We are going to be talking about the brush tool today. The brush tool is very similar to the pencil tool. I'm going to go ahead and click on the brush tool here. And I'm going to hold down until I get my tear off. Now when drawing with the brush tool, go ahead and click and hold down the mouse as you drag around. I'm just drawing that simple fish. And you have a simple open formed fish. Now if you want to do the fish but you want to have it closed, you would draw the form but then when you're going towards the end point, hold down the Alt key and it will close the form for you. So now we have an open form and a closed form. Now I'd like to show you the options for the brush tool. Go ahead and select a form, top or bottom, and see how the fill reacts to an open form, as well as the stroke. I'm going to just do something, let's do blue. I'm going to increase my stroke size a little bit here. And then I'm going to show you the different variations of the profile. Now, this is similar to the other forms that you've utilized, but I haven't had the opportunity to show you what they do. Now, the reason why it's not showing you this is because of the type of brush here I've chosen. So if you have a basic form, but you utilize this width, now I can increase my width and you can see the different styles in which this is going to create. You can also choose a brush style. Now if you don't see the options that you like in here and you just have the basic foundation, go ahead and go to the bottom here where there's a little library of books. Click that, it's called your brush library. And I went ahead and went to artistic and chose artistic paintbrushes. And that will give you a little catalog of brushes. There's tons of different options in which you can go and check out to see the different variations that you would like, depending on what it is that what the style you're going for. Once you choose a style you like, then go ahead and expand this. Now, in the exercise, I ask you to do this. I wouldn't recommend this if it's an open project, but if in the exercise, I want to show you the options in which this will give you. So go to Object, Expand Appearance. When you do this, if you use the direct selection tool, everything is individual pieces and parts. These are shapes, these are forms, these are not styles that have been added. So you can customize or adjust to the points that you need. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here by hitting Command plus on my keyboard here, so I can show you my anchor points and how I can pull a point out to change or create a new form. I can select this little element and delete it with my delete key. All the little points and forms in my control. I can change the location, how they react, how they bend, move a handle so there's no gaps to get it to the style that I want. Now that you've kind of get an idea of what you can do with the brush tool, go ahead and try the brush step of your exercise. Next, I want to show you the blob brush. Let's go ahead and remove this. Now let me show you the difference between the blob brush and the paintbrush. When painting with the blob brush, if I use my selection tool and select it, you can clearly see my blue path lines are outside my form. So what that means is it just painted a shape essentially that's filled. This one here is a path. You can clearly see the blue path going through the form and up. So with that being said, you're going to have a little bit of a different idea. you can apply a stroke to this on the outside of the form. That's very different than this already being a stroke and applying a fill to the inside. So when you apply blue and orange here, that's very different than applying blue and a fill here. If you want to apply an enclosed shape, just like you would with the blob, you can do that as well by drawing the form, and when you draw, hold down Alt, and it will close the form. But again, when you fill, it's filling the inside of the line or the stroke that you've created, not the shape. Alright, so that's a major difference between the two, the blob brush and the paintbrush. Now that you've completed this step, check out the next video.